If you're looking for Vancouver's most popular attractions, then ChatGPT could tell you that. But ChatGPT never actually lived in Vancouver. So spend a day with me, a Vancouverite, in some of my favorite neighborhoods here and get inspired to explore Vancouver like a local the next time you visit. Today we're in a neighborhood that many tourists will likely come across when visiting, as it's tucked right between the downtown core and Stanley Park. However, I think there's a bit more to it than some people might realize. Here's a day in Vancouver's West End. To start off our day, let's go get breakfast. When you step into Cafe Portrait, you might be forgiven for thinking you've walked into an art gallery instead of a cafe, because it kind of is. The paintings displayed in this family-run business are up for sale, and they're all painted by the owner's father. I had first visited this cafe back when it opened during the pandemic, so it's nice to see that they continue to thrive. I recall the shakshuka being good, so I ordered it again this time.
Order?
Yes.
Perfect. What can we get for you?
Can I just get the shakshuka?
The shakshuka. Perfect. Would you like any coffee or just water? It's okay.
Just water is fine.
Perfect.
Thank you.
It didn't disappoint. I actually have a bit of a personal history with the West End. I lived here in my early years as a kid, even going to the elementary school here, before returning again in my 20s. That was perfect for that time in my life, as one of the biggest appeals of the West End is its proximity to everything. Like I said, it's right next to the downtown core, and it's extremely walkable.
That was the community center I went to as a kid. I remember going for ice skating and going to the library.
But it's also right next to the ocean and forest, which includes Vancouver's crown jewel, Stanley Park. And I know you're probably thinking, that's not less touristy, but I honestly cannot tell you to skip it with good conscience, so stick with me here. Before we dive further into the West End, a quick word from today's sponsor, Airalo. As many of you know, these days, having data is essential to help you stay connected and navigate when you travel. And that's why I use eSIMs. An eSIM is a digital SIM card built into your phone that allows you to connect to a local network the moment you land. Today, I'm partnering with Airalo to offer you $3 off your first eSIM purchase. Airalo is the world's first and largest eSIM platform, giving you instant access to eSIMs in over 200 destinations. I've been using Airalo since 2022, including in Europe, in Japan, in Vietnam, and it's always been super easy to use and super reliable. And I also love that I can top up my data whenever I'm running low. In fact, you can now get eSIMs that include calls and text on top of data, which makes things even more convenient. So all you have to do is download the app, create an account, select and purchase the eSIM that works for you, and follow the instructions to install. Once you arrive at your destination, just turn it on and you'll be instantly connected. So once again, download the app using my link below and use my code DaphneX3 for $3 off your first eSIM purchase to get you started on your next trip. Now, back to the West End. One of the many wonderful things about Stanley Park is the approximately 10-kilometer long seawall that wraps the park's perimeter. You can walk, run, bike, or rollerblade around it and get treated to stunning views the whole way through. While most people will likely engage with the park through the seawall, there is also a lot to explore within. As a kid, my parents would take me for strolls through the park regularly, so it feels a bit like walking down memory lane for me sometimes. Having cut through the park, I headed past Lost Lagoon, where one of the Canada geese was having a fit. It was noon, and with all the walking, I was looking for a little break. I used to frequent Stanley Park Brewing back when I lived in the area. Established in 2009, they continue to brew their beers right here in the park, and the food in the restaurant is decent as well. I ordered my favorite beer of theirs, which is the Sunsetter Peach Wheat Ale, and a pretzel to snack on. And now let's head into the residential streets of this neighborhood as a special guest joins us.
Hello! It's been so long since I've been over here that I kind of don't recognize anything.
In the heart of the West End, you can find the Roedde House Museum. It's a late Victorian house that belonged to a bookbinder who emigrated from Germany. Mr. Gustav Roedde lived here with his family. For $10, you can explore the restored rooms of the Heritage House and learn about the family and how they lived, as well as other interesting tidbits related to Vancouver around that time. If available, you can also join a guided tour, which is what we did.
Any idea?
No.
Christmas tree candle.
Ah, okay.
Do you want to give it a lift? Give it a play?
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah. And it is. Manufactured by cottage industry, not by big industrial manufacturer.
Now let's spend some time in the quiet residential streets of the West End. I really love how this neighborhood can be right next to downtown and yet feel so quiet and calm once you get into the residential area. I would encourage you to walk through them, any street, and see what you discover. There are heritage houses and cute little neighborhood gardens, all of which give this area so much character. Speaking of character, the neighborhood cafes here are also lovely. As I said, walk around and see what you find. Betty and I stopped by Cardero Cafe for a little break.
What you to ask?
Of course, we can't talk about the West End without giving the vibrant Davie Street, or Davie Village, a shout out. As hinted by the Rainbow Crosswalks, this is considered the heart of Vancouver's 2S LGBTQ+ community. We popped into The Only, a vintage clothing store with a sizable selection and also very reasonable prices. On Davie Street, there is a diverse array of restaurants to choose from, so it's a no-brainer to grab dinner here. The hard part is deciding which one, but ultimately, we decided to try a place we hadn't tried before. Taqueria Jalisco's original shop is actually located just outside of Vancouver City proper in the municipality of Surrey, but it was so successful that it has now expanded into Vancouver. I've been meaning to try it, so today was the day. I ordered one of their most popular menu items, the Mega Quesabirria, and it was super delicious. To make the most of our day in the West End, it makes sense to finish off with sunset at the beach.
The sun counts.
There are multiple beaches around here to choose from, but Sunset Beach is the closest one to Davie Village and may be slightly less busy compared to English Bay. Obviously, when I filmed this video, the sun was playing a bit of hide and seek, but trust me when I say that when the weather is good, everyone is at the beach. I'll see you in the next neighborhood.